keep it to yourself. I'm feeling curious, want to explore it, nothing too serious. Forget the world for a minute, before we know it, the future's the past. Seize the moment while we're in it, hold on to each other as long as it lasts. I don't care about forever, 'cause sometimes forever is over so fast. Hush, hush, baby, come in here with me. I want for you to go. No need to worry, there is no hurry to stay. We'll take it slow.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies as they'll be playing against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center. For the Timberwolves, they want to come out of the gate strong tonight. We've heard them talk about establishing the upper hand right away, not sitting back and playing it safe in the early stages. It's been said that Karl Anthony Towns is the prototypical modern big man in the league. There's no doubt that he's a star with all the potential in the world, but would you guys agree he represents the future of that position?
You know, I like him, one, because he's from Jersey. Then he can play inside and outside. He's lengthy and strong, but he's very mobile, agile, and fruitile.
His skill set is coveted by every player.
Fruitile?
Oh, no question.
I got that
What's
from,
fruitile?
I got it from Dick Vitale. I don't know.
Fruitile?
I heard Dick Vitale say it.
What does fruitile mean?
Fruitile is like it's fruitful, but it's got a lot of tile to it.
But it's futile as well. It's a futile fruit.
Got a lot of tile to it.
It's got a lot of tile to it.
Fruitile.
That means he can lay it down. He's got a lot of tile to his
Yeah.
fruit.
That's right, Ernie. He can lay his game down.
He can lay it down.
And his
Sorry.
game is sweet like
Sorry,
fruit.
I'm so out of step.
Yeah, you're not a
almost
millennial.
time for the tip-off. See you next time.
Tell him sit down. Be humble. 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 Sit down.
It's great to be with you on a Monday afternoon as we get set for this broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. The Timberwolves looking to make the most out of their home court advantage here at the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, the Memphis Grizzlies keep facing injuries and an uphill battle in the West, but they do not give up. Marc Gasol said, "It's in our nature. We can't quit. We're not going away without a fight. We're going to make you prove that you're better than us." Kevin?
Thanks, DA. Gotta love the Grizz. They certainly take pride in their grit and grind style of play. Clark, assess the center position right now in the NBA. I'm talking about elite centers and their place in the game.
Well, the center position has changed, Kevin. You don't have a lot of back-to-the-basket centers anymore. More of the big guys are stepping out and are more like stretch fours than traditional big guys. What you have in the center position now typically are rebounders and rim protectors. Not many dominant scorers on the low block.
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. Now look at Memphis's starting group. In the post, it's Green and Gasol together. Brooks is out there with Evans, and it's Martin in at the 3 spot. Now here's Evans, following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Shoots the 3, and it's Martin missing. And here are the Timberwolves. It's Bielitsa. Martin with the block, but he recovers it. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Brooks with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Now here's Brooks. Tipped away. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession. Here is Brooks. Lock at 6. Knocks it loose. The feed to Evans. From deep three-point range. No good that time. And now the Timberwolves on the break. A stupendous finish in traffic. Highlights has got the first points of the night for Minnesota.
The first bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
Green, the screen. And it's Evans missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Using those long gazelle-like strides, Wiggins beats everybody to the punch. They have to foul him to stop him.
Well, Andrew Wiggins, the pride of Canadian basketball, he is shown to be a very durable player, Clark, in his short career. Rarely misses a game if he ever does, and plays a ton of minutes each night out.
Yeah, and Kevin, even as a rookie, Wiggins logged heavy minutes. He often played north of 40 minutes a game. But he's so important to this team because of his impact at both ends of the floor.
No good on that one.
A decent free throw shooter is Wiggins, trying to become more than that, though, given how often he gets himself to the line.
And the second free throw, good.
And still varying opinions out there of what Andrew Wiggins can and can't do. But one thing that's indisputable, he's an incredible scorer. Whether half-court transition, he can flat out fill it up in a hurry.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Here's Towns. It's rebounded by Memphis. And Wiggins, his young career, just getting better and better at scoring, Greg, while increasing his workload.
Yeah, and very few scorers can do that, especially from that two-guard spot. Wiggins has that special talent where he can flat-out carry an offense. Scary to think that this is a kid who is just scratching the surface. Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
You know, for a guy with Towns' size, I mean, to have this level of body control, it's no wonder the contact didn't bother the shot.
Now here's Brooks. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game. They double him with Wiggins. It's Martin on the wing. Outside, Green. Gibson with the steal.
Only one player gets credit for the steal, but really both defenders made it happen on that one. That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Brooks with no one around. It's good from long range. Brooks has got his first 3 points of the game. And it's Towns penetrating over Evans. Towns, no luck. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Evans dishes to Green. Offensive rebound, and Gasol able to finish.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
You know, as good as Towns is from outside, I mean, that play is why he shoots for a high percentage.
Here's Evans after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Evans with it, picked up by Teague, and the wide open shot from Green. That doesn't go either for Green. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Towns. It's in. That's his third field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
For Memphis, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Wiggins right.
Oh! Hey! Ooh, wow. Spectacular spectacular move. Wiggins' elevation, body control, strength, elite across the board.
That Unleash Chaos Under Armour replay really giving us a good look at the action. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. On defense, Minnesota, and stolen by Wiggins. And here we go. Fast break. Wiggins has got it. Karl Anthony Towns again. Towns has got 8. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
So timeout called here, the first for Memphis.
And you think about it, for so long, the Grizzlies were kind of the throwback team. I mean, they had the 2 bangers in the front court, and they really rejected that whole pace and space movement. But finally, they've come around, retooling their lineups to get more shooting on the floor.
On defense, Minnesota, 10-point lead. Evans outside. He kicks it to Green. Memphis moving it around. And it's Martin missing. Hey, Greg, you look at the changes for the Grizzlies, looking for versatility and adaptability in their play.
Yeah, grit and grind, still the identity, but you got to be able to space the floor and cover pick and roll. The era of a post-up-centric basketball team doesn't seem to be in the future. And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Here's Brooks, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Towns comes with a double team. Martin wide open, he fires, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Martin's got his first 3 points of the game. Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Yep, another one from Towns. There's no limit to what he can score when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Brooks with it. Ball's knocked loose, out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Minnesota leading by 13. It's stolen by Green. Outside, Martin. Right side, Green. From beyond the arc. Rebound by Bielitsa.
He's been terrible. Absolutely awful. I mean, can't get it going. His shot isn't there right now. He's got to help him some other way.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Schooling him right now. Taking him to the woodshed. Super aggressive and owning the paint.
Here's Evans after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. And finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him. Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
Yeah, and they've come out strong. I mean, clearly they've been the better team so far.
Gibson with the steal. And he banks in the layup. Gibson's got his third basket of the night.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
And, you know, that pass wasn't deflected or anything, Kevin. Don't see that often. An unfortunate, unforced turnover.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Parsons checked in for Green. McLemore has come in for Brooks. And it's Chalmers in for Evans.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Some changes for Minnesota. Gorgie Dang comes in for Wiggins, and Derrick Rose is subbed in for T. The Grizzlies also making a change. Davis is checked in. Rose in the post, defended by Chalmers. Rose, that's good.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Now, here's Gasol. From deep, McLemore. Minnesota with the rebound. Bielitsa's got his third rebound on the night. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And no help on that one. Towns, long stride. It all the way to the rack. Way to go, big fella.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
And the Timberwolves, a team that is evolving how you imagine they would with Tibbs running things here. Deliberate approach on both ends of the floor and really looking to dominate the rebounding margins.
Greg, in the areas you just talked about, rebounding and pace, the Timberwolves are very much where they want to be.
Yeah, the team just looks to make the most out of their possessions and try to beat you through efficiency. They have players that can get easy transition points when the opportunity presents itself, but in general, they aren't trying to speed the game up.
Here is Chalmers. Dishes it to McLemore. Towns comes with a double team. Here's Chalmers. He feeds it to Davis. Parsons on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the game.
One shot, gentlemen.
And in today's NBA, how about the value in having a guy at the center who has the versatility and the skill set of a Marc Gasol? With his passing and shooting, and he becomes a great zone buster for any team.
There's the great length we're always talking about with Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, leaving no doubt about that one.
The shot's good from Gasol.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
And Marc Gasol becoming more aggressive, looking for his own offense.
And I thought at times in the past he was unselfish to a fault. His teammates egged him on, told him you're the best center in the game, go out there and dominate. And now it seems like he's becoming more comfortable in his skin.
Count it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Parsons following the score by Derrick Rose. Here's McLemore and the rejection by Towns.
A tremendous shot blocker in college, Kevin. Towns has packed that part of his game and brought it with him to the next level.
and a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I agree with you. I mean, they just look comfortable out there, taking what the defense gives them and then capitalizing with no real problem at all.
Now, here's Gasol. He's got 9, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Rose against Chalmers. Stolen by Rose. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
The steal, then right into the fast break. Towns with excellent awareness for his age. Very mature player, despite being a young buck.
Now, here's Chalmers. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Back to Gasol. That's in, coming off the assist from Parsons.
Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
You know, you watch Karl Anthony Towns, and he just epitomizes the future of the NBA big man. Extremely versatile, gets it done inside and outside at both ends of the floor, and has a fluidity to his game that belies his size.
One shot.
And with Towns and him being the future of the NBA big men, the numbers he's put up at a young age are staggering. Clark just looks like a guard out there sometimes.
Well, there's a good reason for that, Kevin. You know, Towns actually played guard before a big growth spurt. I think that clearly helped with his skills, and that's why he's so comfortable creating. It's a perfect situation for a guy like him to revolutionize what a low block player can do.
And so it's Memphis with it, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Bobbled by Crawford. Poked loose and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Jones checked in for the Timberwolves. Off the inbound pass, and he lays it up and in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Feeds it to McLemore. Parsons on the wing. Drains it from beyond the arc. Parsons got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
There's Crawford with the 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Shot on the wing. That's good from Parsons on the assist by Chalmers. Parsons got 5 now.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
The Grizzlies shooting to start this game off about 41% from the floor. And Chalmers kicks to Gasol. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Jang, no luck. Poked away. And here is Chalmers. And so it's Minnesota ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action after this word. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Yeah, and that cohesion is really impressive, Greg. I mean, they know how to get each other going and feed off of each other, and that's crucial.
And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting about 42% so far. Tipped away and stolen by Jang. So on the floor for Memphis. We've got Chandler Parsons. Davis is out there with Marc Gasol. Then there's Chalmers. And it's McLemore in at the 2. Memphis with the ball. Now Chalmers. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Gasol setting the pick for Chalmers. And Jones over to help. Out to the right wing. A wide open look for Gasol. Great look there, but off target. Here's Rose. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Rose has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
And Chalmers kicks to Gasol. Knocked loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. Minnesota making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. And Memphis also making a switch. Green, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Here's Rose. That one goes. Count it. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
And Davis pulls it down.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Mark, most great defenders are at the forward positions in the league right now.
Yeah, they are, and I tell you what, boy, you talk about Klay Thompson shooting, but defensively, he is actually, he's an instructional video, what he does defensively. He's strong, he's smart, he's disciplined, and he has tremendous lateral quickness. I don't know if there's a better defender at the wing position than Klay Thompson. I know Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is in the conversation, Tony Allen, but Klay Thompson gets my #1 vote.
Here's Parsons following the score by Derrick Rose. Here's McLemore, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And the Grizzlies enjoying the longest stretch of sustained success in franchise history. Greg, 7 consecutive seasons making the postseason.
And this group has gotten as far as the Western Conference Finals. And a lot to be said for that consistency. But, of course, everyone's in this for the rings. Interesting to see where they go from here to turn the corner into a true contender.
And McLemore drops them both. Timberwolves have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far.
Oh, man. Rising above the rim, Wiggins encounters very few defenders who can meet him up at that apex.
Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Evans with it. Jones covering. And stolen by Jang. Gibson for 3. They get it back. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That one's on Evans.
And, you know, Gorgui Dieng is a big man who can play both the 4 and the 5. He doesn't stand out on offense, understated there, but very valuable and solid and consistent. He's a rim protector and a space eater, but also a pretty effective rebounder, too.
And the first one at the line is good. And Jang, a solid challenger at the rim with his shot blocking. Clark, he doesn't mind having a secondary role on a team as long as they are winning.
Yeah, you know what? He's really comfortable in his own skin and what his role is. He's got great awareness of how to help his team. Never tries to do too much on the offensive end, and he's really good at playing with any other type of big guy that the Wolves put on the floor. Good ball movement, wonderful pass, couldn't have drawn it up any better.
The Timberwolves have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. In the corner, it's McLemore. Gibson with the steal. There's the dish to Jang. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Jang's got 8 points.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Martin with a screen on Jones. Evans kicks to Martin. No good with the triple.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And Jones over to help, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Clock at 6, and stolen by Jang, and now the Timberwolves on the break. Wiggins with the ball. Basket good. Wiggins has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To the inside, here's Brooks, and he dunks it down.
Always like seeing Evans share the basketball. A capable passer who knows how to get his guys going.
Jones, no luck. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. And they pick up 2. Jones has got his second bucket tonight.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Evans kicks to Martin. Back to Evans. 3-pointer. Wiggins with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Fires from deep. Timberwolves working now with the new shot clock. Jang, no luck. Memphis has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. McLemore with the ball. Picked up by Teague. Knocked away. McLemore, the pass to Evans. Green, the screen. Evans dishes to Martin. Green draws the double. Just 4 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Count the basket.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint? Once he's got his position, he's looking to score.
And Clark, when you think back to your career, what do you miss the most about playing in the National Basketball Association?
Well, you know, for me, Kevin, because my career was cut short due to injury, I missed the opportunity to see how good I could have been on a winning team, on a playoff team. Back in the early 80s, the Pacers were building towards that, and I never got a chance to be part of a playoff team. And the camaraderie you establish in going through the shared misery and joy of competing is something that's special and unique to sports, and you really don't find it in any other venue.
First one falls for him.
And they struggled a bit at the line in the first quarter, but they have been terrific in the second, up to almost 85% overall.
And Jang drops them both.
Well, you know what's so impressive about Jang? Improvement in almost every category across the board, but especially hitting free throws.
Now here's McLemore. In the corner, it's Martin. Fires for 3. Evans can't get that one to fall. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Pass to McLemore. He dishes it to Brooks. Off target from 3-point range.
He's yet to hit another three after nailing one in the first, but I don't think that's going to stop him from shooting.
Yeah, getting there is before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
Here's Brooks following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Green kicks to Brooks. They double him with Wiggins. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
I'll tell you what, the team wants to see more of this from Wiggins, causing turnovers to get his team out in transition.
The Grizzlies shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Jang. And Memphis also making a switch. Gasol's checked in. On defense, the Timberwolves. And Gibson over to help. Martin the pass to Gasol. Green left side. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Green's got his third bucket of the night.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. There's the call. Memphis gets the foul. Well, Towns does so many things on the floor, already an elite post scorer. But, Greg, one area that he has struggled with at times is his defense against other bigs.
And I think he'll continue to improve in that area. What happens with young guys, though, is oftentimes you're in proved how good I am mode when you're young, and you lose sight of some of the things that help you win games. And I think that's one reason why he had one of the worst defensive RPMs in the entire league. But young bigs tend to take a bit longer to develop into great defenders, and I expect he will follow in that line.
And this is for a guy who didn't start in college. Towns, the #1 pick in the 2015 draft, he has not looked back since.
Bielitsa, he checks in for Tyus Jones. He's perfect from the line this time.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Now here's Gasol. He's got 13. Offensive rebound. Great D that time from Gibson.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Snatched up. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Teague's got his first bucket in this one. And for Memphis, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Brooks with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Brooks kicks to Martin. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists now in this one. It's Bielitsa. Here's Towns. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Gibson scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Yeah, you know, not every point guard would be able to find an open man right there, but T is always looking for the right play.
Now here's Evans. They set the pick. On the wing, Green. Nailed from three-point land. Green's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Grizzlies. And the dunk by Towns.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting 35% so far in the second. They need to move the ball around more and find better looks. Gasol, no good.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Count that bucket.
I'll tell you, he's beating up the defense in this quarter, going right at him and scoring in a variety of ways.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. Parsons checked in for Memphis. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Gasol's got 16 points.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Now here's Evans. Brooks setting a pick for Parsons. And the layup is good. Parsons got his 3rd basket of the night.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Brooks against Crawford. Brooks kicks to Gasol. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And one of the toughest parts about playing for the Minnesota Timberwolves is the travel schedule.
Yeah.
Clark, even interdivision games can involve lengthy flights, and the team travels more than any other in the NBA.
Yeah, and you know, everybody travels, and it is part of the league, but it is a small disadvantage for Minnesota to deal with. Not a big one, but nonetheless something unique to them as a team. Not much you can do about it, though. That's their lot,
Take a break.
and they've got to make it work.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Gasol.
And continuity is one thing that lends itself to winning. You see that in Memphis, that their key players in Gasol and Conley, these guys are all getting it done.
Derrick Rose is checked in for the Timberwolves. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Deontay Davis comes in for Jarrell Martin. And it's Chalmers in for Brooks. Gasol hits them both. And the challenge for the Grizzlies has been finding that 4th or 5th star caliber player, Greg, to push them over the top.
And they've needed a 2-way terror on the wing for the longest time here. None of their draft picks or free agent signings have really broken through. And that's what it's going to take if they want to break through in the West.
He can't hit that time.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Elitza with the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now here's Chalmers. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That one is on Towns.
You got to appreciate the skill set of Evans. I mean, Tyreek Evans can play a few different spots for you, and he's got nice handles for a guy his size.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Throw good. Tyreek Evans.
I love the complementary aspect of this group now. You know, you've got the young talent, but you've brought in some veteran leadership here for the Timberwolves. The duo of Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns kind of gave the confidence to them to go out and acquire a superstar in his prime like Jimmy Butler.
And both free throws good for Evans. And Greg, the core of this Timberwolves team is Wiggins and Towns. And, you know, rarely do you get to see 2 #1 overall picks team up early in their careers.
And how about back-to-back years, no less. But I consider Jimmy Butler kind of a foundational piece as well. He's in the conversation for the best shooting guard in our league.
Minnesota's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Towns, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Towns has got 41.
Boy, the relentless nature of Towns snatches the offensive board, then converts it into points. Efficiently and effectively done.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, and he knows how to utilize that size. He takes advantage of it. And that's why he's able to take his time on these shots, because he knows he has that extra height advantage.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. The Timberwolves on top, running away with it. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing that and come out with the W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. What a start it was for Karl Anthony Towns. He went on an historic scoring frenzy, tallying a ridiculous number of points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their bench has provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves. That's what a coach wants to see. I'm guessing the minutes will be spread out a little bit in the second half.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Well, one reason they're getting roasted, a.k.a. blown out, poor rebounding. Way too many one-and-done possessions. I don't want to see guys dribble between their legs and shoot. Not enough fundamentals. Hey, box out 101. Maintain position 101. Learn how to play basketball 101. Things like that, Ernie.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
The buildings of downtown Minneapolis all lit up on this lovely evening. Welcome back, everyone, to the Twin Cities. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
And through the first 2 quarters, he was extremely aggressive, picked up a number of steals.
Yeah, a real game changer in that regard, too. I mean, his activity was great. Excelled at finding ways to come up with those steals.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Now here's Evans. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. Teague out there with Wiggins, and it's Bjelica in at the 3. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. Here's Towns. No good that time. Nice D from Brooks. Grizzlies shooting 40% from the field. Evans with it. Picked up by Teague. Brooks dishes to Evans. Towns comes with a double team. Gasol. Outside for Martin. No good from outside. Timberwolves shooting has been just outrageous. 64% from the field to this point. Towns, no luck. Evans against Teague. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
20 feet out. The shot, no good. And Memphis the other way now. Evans kicks to Martin. Lots of room. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got 5 assists in the game. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got his second basket of the night.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Evans. That's tipped. And here we go. Teague heading to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup. Teague's got 6 points.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set, get a running start to the rim, you should get a good number of scoring chances that way. And you know, guys, early in his career, Jeff Teague was more of a scoring point guard. As his career has continued, he's gotten much better at surveying the court and creating opportunities for his teammates.
It's Brooks on the wing, covered by Wiggins. Brooks kicks to Evans. It's Martin on the wing. Hits the three-point bomb. Martin's got 5 points in the quarter. And you look at the style of play for the Atlanta Hawks under Coach Mike Budenholzer. Clark, it was all drive and kick. Do you think that helped Teague develop as a passer?
I think it certainly did, because when you play a system style of basketball, you kind of know where your guys are and where the best shots for them are, and it does help you be a more consistent and effective passer. And also, I think because of three-point shooting in that system, Teague became fairly adept at creating for people to get shots.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
Passes it to Green. His three-pointers off the mark. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Towns, no luck. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Evans against Teague. Evans passes to Brooks. Towns comes with a double team. Martin dishes to Gasol. There's Green with the three. Gasol. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And Gibson kicks to Towns. No good on that one. Great D that time from Green. And it's Evans in the corner. And the three ball is good. Evans has got 7 points.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
The Timberwolves knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Teague. And Clark, you've seen so many college and NBA games. What skill or mindset do you see as the best predictor for when a college player is going to be an NBA star?
Well, it's hard to predict stardom, but clearly things that transfer from a skill standpoint from college to the NBA, at least historically, have been the ability to rebound at a high rate. That seems to always make its way from college to the pro game. And then the proficiency of your skill set in terms of ball handling, shooting, and then I would say at the point guard position, the ability to run a team usually transfers. When you can get other people's shots and understand flow and time and score and situations, that doesn't lead you from the college to the pro game.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Outside Gasol. Back to Martin. 6 on the shot clock. Fast break, Minnesota. It's Bielitsa, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Minnesota?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And Nemanja Bjelica, stretch big out of Serbia, is a guy who has a nice shooting stroke and can help space the floor for you because of that. When he's active on the offensive end looking for a shot, I think that's when he most helps his team.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And Bjelica at times can fall into that bystander mode, Clark. It was something he was hoping to improve on and avoid last season before he had to be shut down with a foot injury.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, I can recall a game last season where Towns actually had to tell Bjelica, shoot, you're open. With his skill set, you want this guy to be aggressive looking for a shot. He needs to hunt his shot. The consistency he's building after a few seasons in the NBA, I think, is really starting to help his confidence.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And the crafty, cunning Teague, fantastic at finding ways to score down low.
Now here's Evans. 10 points for him. In the corner, it's McLemore. Lets it go from deep. Kept alive. Goes back up. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Grizzlies have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Taj Gibson. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Tyreek Evans.
One shot.
And I'll tell you, Gasol's one of the few second-round picks to command a max contract in his career.
Crawford drives in, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Here's McLemore, following the score by Jamal Crawford. Good on the three-point shot. Chalmers has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And, Greg, you wouldn't expect it from a Coach Thibodeau team, but defense was an issue for the Timberwolves last year.
And the Wolves brought in Butler to help with offense, but more importantly, his defense. And Butler, familiar with what Thibs likes to do on both ends of the floor, has the leadership the team needs, particularly on the defensive end.
2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, good from Jang. Some changes for Memphis. Deontay Davis comes in for Marc Gasol. And Parsons subbed in for Green. That one is no good. Memphis has gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Memphis moving it around. Outside, Martin. Parsons on the wing. And Gorgui Dieng is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rose, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Chalmers with it. It's Davis on the wing. And it's slammed in by Davis.
And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
Oh, and the jam by Rose.
And one of the all-time high risers at the point guard position, Derrick Rose, can still throw it now.
Grizzlies shooting almost 60% from the field here in the third. They are really feeling it. It's Martin on the wing, guarded by Crawford. Rose with the double team. Stolen by Rose. Here's Crawford. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him. Crawford's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you can see how this game is going. I mean, put a body on somebody.
Exactly, man. Come on. You got to be physical down there. There's got to be some intensity and some physicality on the boards. Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing. A splendid pass that time by Rose.
They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
They're not having much success at all right now.
Kevin, I would shuffle the lineup if I were their coach a little bit just to try to find something that works.
Now here is Martin. He's got 13, trying to find Parsons and gets it to him. Good! Parsons got 9 points.
A smart, decisive pass inside there. He really made it easy for his teammate.
Bielitsa passes to Crawford. Jones kicks to Rose. That doesn't go either for Rose. And for Memphis, they're shooting in this game 45%. To the middle. And there's Mario Chalmers on the assist by Martin. Martin's got his 4th assist in this one.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Jang, no luck.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Rose can't get that one to fall. McLemore inside the line. Rebound, Minnesota. Bielitsa's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. They get it again. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in. Bielitsa's got 7 points for the quarter.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
And plays like that have really taken the energy out of those defenders. I mean, you can bet he's going to continue to keep pushing in that area.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Rebounded by Chalmers. The pass to Parsons. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got assist number 5 here tonight. The Timberwolves shooting the ball at 46% success rate since the beginning of the third quarter.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
McLemore with the ball. Jones covering. Over to the left wing. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
That one's not going to go. Rose with the double team. Here's Davis, and the rejection by Jang.
And this is something you'd like to see more of from Jang, given his size and wingspan.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
For Memphis, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. Towns, who's checked in for Minnesota. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Tyus Jones. And the Grizzlies also with the sub. Brooks checked in. Minnesota's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. It's Bielitsa. That one's off, still out of sync. And the Grizzlies shooting a hot 57% from the field in the third. Inside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one is on Towns. A max contract last season for Chandler Parsons, despite, Greg, his history of knee injuries. That was a bold move by the Grizzlies.
Yeah, and they needed a great two-way wing player for years. Hopefully, Parsons can get healthy and fulfill that role for this team.
No good on the free throw. He hits the second from the line. The Timberwolves shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? And the wide open shot from Rose. That doesn't go either for Rose. Memphis with the ball. They've outscored him 16 points to 2, not slowing down. Brooks misses. And the Timberwolves with possession. Looking to get it going. And there's Rose on the assist by Crawford. Crawford's got 4 assists now tonight.
Always enjoy solid, good passing. Easily setting up his teammate. Does not get any easier than that.
Now here's Brooks. He's got 5. Kicks to Chalmers. Tries a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Chalmers has got 8.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in. Locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the screen for 3. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Minnesota on top, running away with this one. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. So on the floor for Memphis. Harrison out there with Zeldin. Then there's Davis. Then there's Chandler Parsons. And it's Johnson in at the 4-man position. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Off the inbound. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here's Zeldin. The three-pointer, no good. The Timberwolves shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. And he gets it to go. Brooks has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Timberwolves. Harrison kicks to Johnson. Here's Zeldin. Pass to Harrison from downtown. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And it's Brown missing. Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Fires it up. And that one's good, Harrison.
Boy, that's impressive. I mean, not often do you see shots like this find the net. Fortunately, the basket got in the way.
Brown, good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Now here's Parsons. And Memphis making a change here. Grabs checked in. Here's Harrison. And Brown over to help. Pass to Rabb. Here's Zeldin. Clock at 6. Here's Harrison. Off target from three-point range. They swipe it. Fast break, Memphis. Banked in off the glass. Harrison's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, that's great D there. A little petty larceny as he just picks his pocket and takes it coast to coast for the finish.
George's Hunt's shot's good.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Harrison. Out to the wing, uncovered, and another basket for Memphis. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Cole Aldrich with the slam.
Power move by Aldrich. Loves to attack when he gets it that deep.
Here's Harrison. Passes it to Zeldin. Doubled by Aldrich. Here's Harrison. He's covered by Brown. Brown against Parsons. They set the pick. 5 to shoot. Rabb, that's good.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Brown. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now here's Parsons. His three-pointers off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And it's Brown missing. Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Left side, Gibson. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3. Memphis has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Out to the right wing. And Gibson over to help to the inside. Here's Rabb. The shot off that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. And Gibson, here we go. The layup off target.
And, you know, that's an easy one. You can't miss these shots. Those are makeable shots, especially when the defense isn't on its game.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the pass to Harrison. Parsons on the wing. Sinks the triple.
And in that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
Foul. Elbow. 2.
One thing that Tom Thibodeau can be depended on as a coach is giving his star players a lot of minutes. In fact, in Chicago, Clarkson criticized him for doing that. Others praised him for it. But the fact of the matter is, if you're a team leader, he expects you to be on the floor a lot and produce a lot.
Yeah, and you know, that's part of the job. Hey, when you get right down to it, if you're one of the best players, you've got to show up and do your job all the time. And you look at players who've played under Thibodeau. I mean, he's had the league leader in average minutes 3 times in his career as a coach, said himself that he expects his guys to get used to what star players do, which includes a lot of minutes.
Minnesota making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And here are the Grizzlies now. Here's Harrison. Now the feed to Parsons. Parsons can't get that one to fall.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And look, what I like there, Kevin, is the ball doesn't stop with Zhang. I mean, he seeks out the best opportunity.
Memphis has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Now here's Zhang. Count that one.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
And so here's Memphis. After the basket by Minnesota, Johnson. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
You know, that's exactly how they wanted to run that possession, guys. Beautiful.
Here's Brown. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Here's Rab. Out left to the wing. Parsons outside. And the shot no good, a bit short. Timberwolves on offense. Aldridge kicks to Zhang.
Strong move in the painted area. I mean, Zhang draws a lot more fouls when being aggressive.
Taking 2 shots.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, good from Zhang. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Minnesota. Tyus Jones comes in for Aaron Brooks. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Brooks comes in for Parsons, and it's Chalmers in for Selden. And Zhang drops them both. Here's Harrison. Pass to Rab. And here is Chalmers. Here's Harrison. From outside, off the mark. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Zhang. The Grizzlies pull it in. Here's Harrison. Pass to Rab. And Jones over to help. Wide open. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Deontay Davis is checked in for Bryce Johnson. Jones kicks to Crawford. Harrison with the rebound. The Grizzlies shooting here in the fourth quarter around 41%. And the 3 off target. The Timberwolves shooting in the fourth has been tremendous, 59%. Here's Brown. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Right wing. Here's Harrison. He kicks it to Chalmers. Puts up a 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Chalmers has got 11 in the second half. Stripped it away. Brooks with it. Picked up by Brown. Passes it to Rabb. Chalmers against Jones. Brooks outside. His three-pointers off the mark. Now the Timberwolves with it. Here's Aldridge. And Cole Aldridge with the slam.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, he was way up there.
Here's Davis. Lays it up off the glass.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Crawford. Makes it off the glass.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And the Grizzlies shooting in this game 45%. Now the pass to Rabb to the left side wing. Brooks kicks to Chalmers. Here's Davis. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got 6 rebounds in the game. From 10 feet out, nice spin off the left rim and in. And that's 10 points for Jamal Crawford.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside. Simply missed the connection there. I mean, I like the unselfishness. Admirable, but just not the result.
Minnesota making a switch here. Rose is checked in. Memphis also making some changes. Bryce Johnson, he's checked in for Rabb. And McLemore subbed in for Andrew Harrison. Aldridge with it. He's guarded by Davis. 14 feet away. That one doesn't drop.
Boy, the defense had gone to sleep, so you got to knock that one down.
Dishes it to Chalmers. Down low. Out to Brooks. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Rose. The Timberwolves shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Here's Jones. Here's Jang. Another miss by Minnesota. Memphis with the ball, and it's Brooks in the corner. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. That's now 8 points for Brooks.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And, you know, this is the time to do it. Sinking triple after triple. And it ends up becoming contagious.
1:36 left to play here in the fourth. Johnson, good. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Aldridge dishes to Rose. And good that time.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Minnesota.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Karl Anthony Towns.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
It's a hand on it. Rebound by Jang. And the Timberwolves with possession here. It's Brown with the drive. Lays it up and banks it in.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
Chalmers passes to McLemore. Wants to get it to Chalmers and does. In the corner, it's McLemore. Shot clock at 5. Back to Johnson. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Minnesota calls timeout. They're up by 46. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Lets it go from 14. And the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Memphis moving it around. Rose against Chalmers, and stolen by Jang. It's stolen by Johnson. Now Chalmers. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.